My child, listen to me now with all the attention of your soul. For this is not something you can ignore. Scroll past or place aside is just another word. This is urgent. This is not a gentle whisper. It is a trumpet call sounding over your life. I am stopping you right where you are, because this message is not by coincidence. Jesus is crying out not for the world in general this moment, not for nations, not for distant strangers, but for you personally. He weeps, his voice trembling with love and urgency, because he sees what is moving toward your path, and he does not want you to be overtaken. Heaven itself is leaning in close to see what you will do next, because this is a divine appointment written into your destiny. There is a powerful alert hovering above your life, an unshakable warning I am sending, so you will not fall into the trap that has been set before you. The enemy has scheduled a date of sorrow, a moment where he hopes to break you beyond recognition. That date is marked September 1st. And he is planning to release a weight of grief and despair upon your life that would make you cry harder than you ever have. If you turn away now, if you dismiss this as nothing, the pain that approaches will pierce you in ways that words cannot describe. But because I am merciful, I have sent you this revelation before it. Come so that you may be covered, so that you may walk into that day with victory and not defeat. Before you continue, I call you to comment. Amen is a public declaration of faith, so that heaven may mark you and angels may strengthen your stand. The reason this matters so deeply is because you are standing at a crossroads right now. You are standing at a point that will decide whether the coming storm destroys you or propels you higher. The forces of darkness have been watching you, studying your steps, taking notes on your weaknesses, your old habits, the things you've tried to overcome but still wrestle with. Satan has already sketched a scheme for that very date, planning to attack the very areas where you feel most fragile. He wants to steal your joy and replace it with shame, rob your peace and replace it with chaos, bury your hope and replace it with despair. Yet I, your God, am sounding the alarm notes so that you will fear, but so you will be prepared. Comment 11:11 if you believe this is divine alignment. Because I am repositioning your spirit even now. Do not think that I have been blind to the cries you have poured out in secret. I know how many times you have whispered desperate prayers when no one else could hear. I know the moments when you looked fine on the outside, but were collapsing on the inside. I know how you've begged me silently. Lord, please help me. Please rescue me. And I tell you this truth. Your cries have not gone unheard. Jesus himself, your advocate and Savior, has been standing at my right hand saying, Father, intervene for this one. Do not let them fall. Heaven has been interceding for you when you thought you were alone. Every tear has been collected. Every prayer remembered, and this message is proof that heaven has already been at work on your behalf. That is why I need you to act in faith right now. Do not treat this as a passing video or empty words. Even something as small as liking this message is not about numbers. It is about obedience. It is about you showing heaven that you hear, and you are willing to respond. That small act of faith can open great doors in the spiritual realm. Because I honor obedience, even in small gestures. Let me remind you again of who I am. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the one who was, who is, and who is to come. I am your shield, your defender, your protector. No weapon formed against you shall prosper. Not because of your own power, but because of mine. I cover you with wings of protection. And when you feel most abandoned, that is when I am closest. Even in the times when you could not feel me, I was moving quietly behind the scenes, arranging miracles, aligning people, and preparing breakthroughs you have not yet seen. You have thought I was silent, but silence is not absence. It was preparation. Satan, however, knows that your breakthrough is near. And that is why he is preparing distractions before September arrives. He will whisper lies into your mind that sound like your own thoughts. He will send chaos into your days unexpectedly. He will dress old temptations in new disguises so they look harmless. But hear me well if you remain near me. If you cling to my word, none of his schemes will prosper. What he designed to destroy you, I will turn into the very stepping stone that elevates you. This battle is not about punishment. It is about protection and preparation. It is about me sharpening your spirit and positioning you for the next level of your calling. The tears you have cried have already reached my throne, and I have issued an order that heaven's armies will surround you. I have commanded angels to move into position. The enemy trembles when you realize who you really are. You are not defeated, you are not forgotten. You are not powerless, you are my chosen. And I cover what I choose. I restore what I cover, and I elevate what I restore. You were made for more than surviving. You were created to shine, and to reveal the glory of Jesus Christ to this world. That is why I am warning you with urgency about September 1st. Do not treat it as just another date on the calendar. It is a day of testing, but it can also be a day of transformation. If you prepare your spirit, be alert, stay awake. Pray like never before, fast if you are able. Speak my promises aloud in your home. Surround yourself with my voice, not the voices of fear or confusion. Because the storm will surely come, but so will the shelter, and I am that shelter. I am your refuge, your strong tower, the rock on which you can stand without being shaken. I know the battles you are facing even now. I know the hidden pain, the unspoken exhaustion. The places where you have said, I can't take this anymore. But hear me, you are not carrying this alone. I am in your strength when you are weak. I am your rest when you are weary. I am the one who will carry you when your legs give out. Stop leaning on your own understanding, because it will only lead you into confusion. Trust me with all your heart, and I will make your path straight. Even if it leads through the valley of shadow and death, I will be with you, guiding you step by step into safety and victory. Comment 222 if you trust this word and are ready to claim it is yours. My beloved child, you cannot see the full picture, but I can. You cannot see the traps, but I know every plan of the enemy. That is why I am lifting you up through this message. I will not allow you to drown in despair. I will not allow the enemy to have the last word over your life. This is the moment to align with me, to step into divine covering. If you respond in faith, if you walk closely with me, the very date that was meant for destruction will become the day of your breakthrough. What was meant to break you will instead birth you into a new season of strength, joy, and supernatural victory. Trust does not mean understanding everything. My child, trust means leaning into me. When the ground beneath you shakes, when the road ahead looks uncertain, when your mind screams questions, but your spirit whispers only one thing: hold on to God. Trust is not about clarity. It is about surrender. When you cannot explain why something is happening, still believe I am good. When you cannot see how the situation can change, still believe I am able. Those who trust me even in the dark will see a reward that others cannot imagine, because faith in the unseen pulls down miracles from the invisible realm. I will reward those who dare to rest in me when nothing else makes sense, because that is when heaven moves most powerfully. Listen again with your heart, not just your ears. Jesus is begging for you, not out of pity, not because you are weak or unworthy, but because His love is relentless, deeper than the ocean, stronger than death, fiercer than the flames of hell. He has not abandoned you, not once. Not even in the moments when you abandoned yourself. His scars are proof, each nail wound in His hands bears your name. Each thorn pressed into His brow carried your struggle. Each drop of blood written across the cross declared, "This one belongs to me." Do not see yourself as worthless, when heaven has already declared you priceless. You were purchased at the highest cost heaven could pay, and the receipt of that purchase is written on His body forever. This is not just another word scrolling past your screen. This is not just another warning to add to your list of things you've heard before. This is a divine call, an urgent call. A final call before a spiritual shift shakes the atmosphere around you. The spiritual calendar is real. And there are dates marked not only in heaven but also in hell. September 1st has been chosen as a battlefield over your destiny. But if you prepare your spirit, if you anchor your trust in me, that day will not be your breakdown. It will be your breakthrough. That day will not crush you. It will lift you. The very weapons formed against you will backfire. And what was meant to destroy you will become a testimony of my power. I need you to hear me closely. I will speak again soon, but for now, I am instructing you to stay awake, stay alert, and stay close to me. Do not drift into carelessness. Do not get distracted by things that pull you from my presence. The fact that you are here listening, still breathing, still reading these words means your heart has not turned cold. It means your spirit is still responsive. It means there is still time to prepare. And because you are listening, heaven is moving. Angels are not sitting idle. They are being dispatched right now. They are already forming a shield of protection around your steps, waiting for your agreement, waiting for your obedience, waiting for your faith to match what heaven is releasing. The sound of your spirit awakening has been heard in realms you cannot see. Do you understand the weight of that? Every small movement of your faith sends a sound wave into eternity. That sound has echoed through heaven's courts. And the Lord, have heard it. I have leaned down to respond to it. That is why this message has found you at this exact time. Do not dare think this is coincidence. Do not reduce this holy moment to chance. This was written for you before the foundations of the earth were laid. I ordain that you would see this, hear this, and feel this pull in your heart. Your name was attached to this word long before you took your first breath. So now, my child, do not take this lightly. September 1st is not just a number on the calendar. It is a turning point in the spiritual realm. Heaven is marking it, hell is also marking it. There is a door the enemy desperately wants you to walk through. A door that leads to despair, deception, destruction. But I have also placed a door before you. A door that leads to life. A door no man can shut, a door that opens to protection, healing, and abundance of grace. The choice will be yours. And that is why Jesus is interceding so intensely for you now. He is saying your name before me, because the time is short and the cost is high. This is why I am calling you to make a declaration of faith. Comment 333 now, not for others to see, but as a mark of agreement in the Spirit. Do not remain silent, because silence gives the enemy space. Your smallest act of faith creates ripples in heaven. Even a whisper of belief releases waves of grace from my throne directly into your life. Do not underestimate it. You do not need to have everything together. You do not need to be perfect. I never asked for perfection. I asked for surrender. What I desire is your yes. Your openness. Your willingness to trust me even when you feel undeserving. I know you have tried and failed before. I know you have promised to change, only to fall into things you swore you would never return to. I know the shame that has followed you, the whispers that tell you you're too far gone. But hear what my mercy says. Get up again, my mercy says. You are not finished, my mercy says. Even now I still want you. Do not allow the lies of the enemy to bind you in shame. He tells you, I won't speak to you anymore. But here I am speaking directly to you. Now, that should be proof enough that I have not changed my mind about you. Child, listen closely. September 1st is not random. It has been scheduled as a turning point in the unseen realm. The enemy has mapped out an assignment against you, but heaven has already prepared a counter-strategy. Every storm you've survived until now was training for this moment. Every disappointment, every heartbreak, every battle you thought would destroy you, was actually shaping you for this exact fight. You were not crushed, you were trained. You were not destroyed, you were sharpened. Even when you didn't recognize it, I was strengthening your hands for war and softening your heart for worship. If your heart knows this is truth, it is not because someone convinced you or persuaded you. It is because my Spirit has whispered inside you. This word is for you. That tug you feel deep within your chest, that stirring in your soul, that sudden stillness in your thoughts, that is not mere emotion. That is revelation, that is my presence, confirming to you that these words are alive. I am showing you what your mind cannot fully explain, but your spirit recognizes instantly. I see what is hidden behind your smile. I see what you never confess out loud. The loneliness, the guilt, the exhaustion, the nights where tears soaked your pillow. And yet I also see the courage you thought no one noticed. The resilience that kept you standing when everything inside you wanted to quit. I have seen you whisper my name in the quiet, when you thought no one heard. I have watched the silent battles you fought, while pretending to be strong for others. And that is why I am stepping in now. You do not need to beg me to move on your behalf. I already have. My hand has been working behind the scenes, aligning miracles with your path before you even asked. But hear me, my child. You must also step into position. If you remain where the enemy expects you to stay, you will be vulnerable. If you continue to fight in your own strength, you will feel exposed. But if you run into me, if you hide in my presence, if you clothe yourself with my word, no scheme of hell will touch you. That is why I need you to treat my promises like armor. Cover yourself in them daily. Speak them out loud even when your voice shakes. Even when your thoughts try to convince you that nothing is changing. Speak anyway, for the sound of your faith shakes the very foundations of darkness. What you declare has power, because my breath is on your words. Do not let silence be your prison. Do not let fear steal your confession. Speak it trembling if you must do it afraid. But declare it, for every declaration of faith is a sword in your hand. And no enemy can withstand a child who knows the power of their own tongue. Mark this truth. September 1st will not be just another date on a calendar. It will either become a collision or a crossing. That day will either confront you with storms unprotected, or elevate you into a crossing of breakthrough. The choice is yours if you ignore this warning. If you dismiss this word, the storm will still arrive and you will face it without shelter. But if you take this seriously, if you draw near to me now, if you cover yourself in prayer and worship, then when the winds rise you will stand unshaken. Not because of your strength, but because my covering will hold you. I did not call you to live in fear. I did not design you for defeat. I called you to rise when the world expected you to fall. I have allowed this shaking, but not to destroy you, it is to reveal what cannot be shaken. Your faith, your identity, your calling, your inheritance in me will stand even when everything else is shaken to dust. Do not confuse temporary storms with eternal verdicts. The storm is temporary, my promises are eternal. And when I say you are chosen, then you are chosen. When I declare you covered, then you are covered. When I say I will fight for you, I will not retreat until the enemy flees from you in 7 directions. This is your moment to return to me fully. Not half-heartedly, not with conditions. Not out of fear, but with your whole heart. This is not a time to patch up your wounds with shallow distractions. This is a time to allow me to heal you completely. You were never meant to carry pain alone. You were never designed to run on empty. I am your source, I am your strength. I am your refuge, and when September comes, you will remember this word. You will look back and say, God warned me, God prepared me. God rescued me. Comment 12:12. Right now, if your spirit knows, I am awakening your purpose, because I am. You have been asleep for too long, living beneath your calling, walking with your head bowed, when I have crowned you with glory. This is the hour of acceleration. I will do in days what should have taken years. Doors that were locked for a decade will swing open suddenly. Delays that dragged on for seasons will be cut short. The very people who doubted you will watch as I raise you higher. But this acceleration requires alignment. You must walk with me closely. Not as a guest but as a child who knows their inheritance. There are blessings I have hidden for you. Treasures buried in places you have not yet looked. Because I wanted them preserved until the right moment. Some of these blessings are opportunities. Some are relationships, some are spiritual gifts waiting to be awakened. They are not delayed, they are waiting for the moment of revelation. In September is a gate. Step through it with me, and you will find what was prepared long before you asked. But if you hesitate, the enemy will try to distract you so you miss what was meant for you. That is why urgency fills these words. It is because heaven does not want you to miss your inheritance. I am not a man that I should lie. I do not speak carelessly, nor do I waste my words. Everything I say is truth, and truth cannot return void. When I say you are chosen when I say you are mine. You are mine, no storm, no betrayal, no attack of the enemy can rewrite what I have written. And what I have written over your life is victory, redemption, restoration, and a future filled with hope. My plans for you are good, and I will not abandon them. So prepare your heart, position yourself in my presence. Lift your eyes away from fear and toward me. September is coming, and with it, both battle and breakthrough. But you will not face it alone. You will face it with the King of Kings at your side, the Lord of hosts fighting on your behalf, the Spirit of the living God dwelling within you. The enemy planned your collapse, but I planned your comeback. The enemy marked you for destruction, but I marked you for destiny. And now, child, you must believe this word. Do not walk away unchanged. Do not silence your agreement. Open your mouth, open your heart, and declare your faith. Because this is not just another message. This is heaven's reminder that you are chosen, covered, and destined to overcome. Stand in faith and watch me move. God says, listen to me now. My child, a great darkness is racing toward you, faster than your mind can imagine, and time is running out. I am not speaking in riddles. I am not speaking in symbols. I am speaking plainly because this is real. You have felt it in the air, the sudden uneasiness that keeps rising within your chest. You have sensed something shifting behind the curtain of your life, something pressing against you in silence. That is the shadow of what the enemy plotted. But I, the Lord your God, have already risen to intercept it. I, the Lord, your defender, and your father say to you, "A tragic wave is forming against you," but it will not have the final word. This message is not here for entertainment, not here for passing curiosity. This is a heavenly emergency call, and I need your spirit to awaken quickly. In just a few seconds, the moment to respond may pass, and the weight of this warning could slip away. If your heart is beating fast, if your skin feels alive as you hear this, it is because your spirit recognizes truth, and your soul knows this is no accident. It is not chance that your eyes are on this message now. I orchestrated this very moment to reach you, in the exact condition you are in. Every tear you hid, every whisper you thought no one heard. Every lonely night I saw it. And this is the RI answer. I did not abandon you, I did not turn away. I was there in the hospital room. I was there when your mind nearly collapsed under pressure. I was there in the silence when you begged for a sign. Comment 11:11. If this word is confirmation that I have always been near my child, do not mistake my silence for my absence. I have never moved from your side. The world lied to you, convincing you that you were forgotten. But I was present in every breath you took, even when everyone else left. I remain. That lump in your chest right now is not fear. It is my spirit stirring within you. This is not just words you are reading. This is my voice clothed in unseen fire, reaching into your spirit to pull you from danger. This is your invitation to turn fully toward me. I don't need long speeches to shift the earth. I don't need elaborate prayers to reverse storms. I need your faith, even if it shakes. Even if it feels small, even if it trembles inside of you. Let me in, let me fight the storm that has been forming behind you. Let me intercept the plans of the enemy that you cannot see. I am asking for your surrender, not because you are weak, but because I am strong enough to carry what you cannot. Like this video if you know I am speaking directly to you, because this is your escape before the wave crash. I know the battles that are raging in your mind. I know the fears that grip you in the midnight hour, when no one else is awake. I know the heaviness of bills that pile up, the secret debt, the hunger for financial relief you dared not tell anyone about. I know the pressure you carry, that weighs on your chest when you wake each morning. But listen to me, what the enemy whispered, telling you that this pain would be permanent, was a lie. I have spoken a better ending over you, a supernatural reversal, and I will perform it. Comment 222 if you trust me to carry you through. You were not created to live under curses of lack and defeat. You were created to live in abundance and divine provision. The enemy tried to convince you that your name is cursed. But I tell you now, your name is chosen. You are mine, I have marked you for protection. Provision and favor, the arrows sent against your finances. Your peace, your body. I intercepted them. The attacks you did not even see were blocked by my hand. The traps meant to collapse your future were destroyed by my angels before they reached you. There were battles designed to strip everything from you. But I intervened. There were relationships that would have drained you to death. But I stepped in. There were breakdowns that should have ended your life. But I breathed strength into you when you didn't even know it. It wasn't luck, it wasn't chance. It was me, your Father, your keeper, and I am not finished. The tragedy forming is real, but so is my power. The storm is rising, but so are my angels. The enemy has drawn his sword, but I am the God who commands armies of heaven. My child, understand this. My angels are already dispatched around you. They are carrying supernatural instructions concerning your finances, your home, your future. Wealth that was blocked is about to be released. Deposits that were delayed are about to be delivered. A transfer of resources is being shifted into your hands. Because I have seen your faithfulness in the dark. Comment 3333. If you believe that heaven's angels are moving for you even now. Yes, the battle is intense. But I am the God who walks on the waters of chaos and silences storms. With a whisper, I restore what was stolen. I bring back what was lost sevenfold. The very attack meant to bankrupt you will become the doorway to your testimony. What the enemy meant for destruction will be transformed into evidence of my faithfulness. Financial drought will break into overflow. Poverty chains will shatter into prosperity gates. Your table will be filled, not only for you but for your children's children. While you slept, I was preparing deposits. While you doubted, I was aligning divine helpers. While you wept, I was arranging favor with those who hold influence. My child, you are about to witness what a supernatural wealth transfer looks like. In your lifetime, you will hold the harvest in your hands. You will testify, this is the Lord's doing. It is not a dream, it is your portion. Like, share, and subscribe. Because 95% of people watch these messages but never support. And only 5% truly do. Be the one who receives and spreads my word for my true children, who love me and love my Son Jesus. I want to show you something deeper. Beneath this message there is a heart symbol with a $sign. When you tap it, you will see amounts you can choose. Many give $20, some $40, and others $60. It is not about the number. It is about your faith and your gratitude. Think of it as laying a seed of thanks on my altar. When you do this, you honor my word, and I multiply it back into your life beyond what money can measure. This is a holy act, not pressure. But love, I have delayed some things because the timing was not right. I have held back what should have already reached you. Not because I forgot, but because I was protecting it until you were ready. But now the hour has come. Now the wave has been stopped. Now the transfer begins. Listen to my voice. For I have spoken, and it will not return void. Stay in my word, for my word is not empty text on a page. It is the very breath of life that holds your future together. When everything else around you feels like it is falling apart. My promise is not fragile like human words. My promise is eternal, anchored, unshaken, and movable. When you feel surrounded, when your chest grows tight with fear, when your heart beats heavy with the weight of tomorrow, I whisper again, you are not alone. Even in the hidden places where you think no one sees your struggle, I have been there. I chose you when the world walked past you, when voices dismissed you, when opportunities bypassed you. I called you when you felt too weak to rise, when you thought your voice was too small to matter. But I see greatness in you, not because of what you hold, but because of what I placed inside you before you were even born. I see faith in you that still flickers, even though storms have tried to smother it, even though doubt has tried to bury it beneath layers of ashes. That flame still burns, and I am fanning it again. I see you rising, not the same as before, but stronger, wiser, refined, unshaken, because my hand has never released you. You will not collapse under this burden. You will rise from it. Comment 333 if you declare your faith today. If you know that deep inside, you were created to survive storms and step into divine destiny. You have no idea how close you are to your breakthrough. What looks like silence is only the pause before my sudden release. The enemy has been fighting so hard because he knows you are steps away from your miracle. Do not walk away from this moment. Do not scroll and dismiss this word. Do not push it aside thinking you'll return later. I am speaking right now. I orchestrated this moment so your eyes would fall on these words, so your spirit would awaken at this exact time. And the fact that you are still here, still reading, still breathing this in, means you were meant to receive this today. Type in comment for 144 if you know this is not coincidence. Let the world doubt you, I never will. Let fear knock on your door. I already gave you power, love, and a sound mind to overcome it. Let the enemy rage and roar. I will put him beneath your feet, crushed under the authority I placed within you. Let the tears you shed at night flow, for I will turn them into rivers of joy. Let the battles rise, because I have already armed you to win. I didn't place this message in your path to tease your heart, but to save your soul. My Spirit has gone before you, covering your home, your body, your family, your finances. Nothing in your life is hidden from me. Nothing has escaped my timing. You are not behind schedule. You are right on time in my divine plan. You are not forgotten, not forsaken, not cursed, not losing. You are chosen, loved, protected, destined and anointed for such a time as this. Even if you feel like you've been walking through fire for years, know this: your steps have not been alone. Just as I stood with Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego in the furnace, I have stood with you in yours. The fire did not consume you because I shielded you. The flames did not destroy you. They refined you. And now you are being prepared for a promotion the enemy cannot stop. You asked me why the attacks were so heavy, why the delays so long, why the betrayals cut so deep. My child, the battle has been great because your calling is greater. You were not designed for an average life. You were created to tear down strongholds, to disrupt darkness, to bring light into places that fear has owned for too long. That is why the enemy fears you. He knows that when you fully awaken to who you were in me, nothing will stop the explosion of blessing, power and glory that will pour through your life. Comment 555 if you know. This storm is only proof of your destiny. You are not here by accident. Every line you've read has been pulled from eternity to reach you now. This is me calling you back into alignment, pulling your heart back from the edge. You've doubted me, you've drifted. You've even whispered about giving up on faith. But I am not angry, I am not disappointed. I am still here, I am still waiting with open arms. The door of mercy held wide open for your return. My grace is not weak, my forgiveness is not shallow. It does not expire, it is endless, deep and always reaching toward you. You can still come back, you can still begin again. I don't call the qualified. I qualify the called, and you, my child, are called. I called you out of your pit, out of your mistakes, out of your self-condemnation, into a purpose so radiant that the enemy trembles. You are not your failure, you are not your trauma. You are not your scars, you are who I say you are: redeemed, restored, loved, and chosen. The storm forming is not to punish you. It is to awaken you. Some things must break so I can build you again stronger. Some doors must close so I can open ones that lead to your destiny. I do not waste your pain, every tear has been collected. Every sleepless night remembered. every whispered prayer heard. Even the betrayals, even the losses, even the mistakes, they are all being woven into the tapestry of your testimony. What looked like it would end, you will become the proof of my hand over your life. What the enemy meant for destruction, I am flipping into your divine preparation. You are standing at the edge of a spiritual shift, one that will shake your life into alignment with heaven's plan. Type in comment 66 if you are ready to walk into it. If you let go of fear, if you take my hand and walk forward, I will restore what you thought was permanently lost. The relationship you thought was broken beyond repair. The opportunity you thought slipped away forever. The finances that looked impossible to recover. I can restore it all in a moment. My angels are already moving, carrying resources, positioning helpers, unlocking doors. Supernatural deposits of wealth, health and joy are being released in your direction. I am the God of wealth transfer. I take from the hands of the wicked and place it into the lives of the righteous. You will not beg, you will walk in overflow. You have not missed your chance. My child, the enemy has whispered that it is too late for you, that you've wasted too many years, that opportunities have passed you by and will never return. But hear my voice clearly. I am the God of time. I am not bound by clocks, calendars, or deadlines. I can reach into your past and redeem what was stolen. I can restore years the enemy devoured and make them return to you, pressed down and multiplied. I can reopen doors that human hands slammed shut. I can make a way where you see only walls. I can cause rivers to burst forth in the driest deserts of your life. There is nothing wasted with me. Comment 12:12 if you believe in my power to restore and multiply what was lost. You are not watching this because you are weak, fragile, or insignificant. You are here because I chose this exact moment to breathe life back into you. This is not chance, this is not random. This is your revival, this is your rescue. This is your wake-up call from heaven. The enemy wanted you numb, distracted, endlessly scrolling with an empty heart. But I am breaking through the noise to reach you. My voice is louder than the accusations in your head. My hand is stronger than the depression that tried to smother you. My presence is more powerful than the spirit of fear that has wrapped around your chest. I did not bring you here to be patched up temporarily. I came to transform you completely. And I am not asking you to carry this transformation on your own. That was never your assignment. I sent my Son into the world not to condemn you, but to save you. He bore your shame, your sin, your grief, your hidden wounds. Every weight that has bent your shoulders low so you could be free. You were not created to carry this pain. That is why you feel so exhausted. That is why you've broken down. Because you are carrying burdens that were never yours. But today I say to you, hand them over, that anxiety that keeps you awake at night. Give it to me. That heartbreak that pierced your soul. Let me heal it, that hopelessness that weighs down your chest. Let me replace it with peace that surpasses understanding. You've heard my promise before. Come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest. But today, I am asking you not just to hear it, but to live it. You don't need to earn it. You don't need to prove yourself worthy of it. This is not religion, this is relationship. I am not asking for your perfection. I am asking for your heart. I don't require your flawless performance. I desire your surrender. Come to me as you are, with your broken pieces, your tears, your doubts, your fears, and I will build something new out of what you thought was beyond repair. I specialize in resurrection. Where others see endings, I see beginnings. Where others see graves, I speak gardens. You've asked for signs in your desperation, and I am giving you one right now. You've begged for confirmation that I am still with you, and these words are your answer. You've pleaded for clarity, and my words here are truth pure, steady, unshaken. You are not lost, you are being found. You are not falling apart. You are being rebuilt stronger than before. You are not forgotten, you are deeply seen, known and loved. Comment 777 if your spirit knows this is real and not imagination. This is not fantasy, this is not emotional manipulation. This is divine alignment. You are standing in the right place at the right time, hearing the right words that were written for your soul, long before you even pressed play. It is not coincidence, it is love. You didn't search for me today. I came chasing you because my love does not give up. I left the 99 to come after you. I pulled back the curtain of eternity to whisper into your heart at this very moment. That is why you cannot shake the feeling that these words are piercing, deeper than usual. That is why your chest tightens, your eyes water, your spirit stirs. Because this is me, not chance, not human effort. You've been asking, but Lord, how will I survive? How will I make it financially? How will I overcome this mountain of debt? This fear of lack, this pressure of bills? And I answer you now, I am the God of supernatural supply. I am not limited to salaries, banks, or markets. I can open windows of heaven that pour blessings so large they overflow into every corner of your life. I can transfer wealth from the hands of the wicked into the lives of the righteous. I can release angelic messengers to deliver opportunities, unexpected provision, and supernatural deposits into your life. You are not destined to beg. You are destined to walk in overflow. Do not believe the lie that you were created for lack. Do not accept the chains of poverty that the enemy has wrapped around your mind. What if everything you've been taught about money was rooted in deception? I am revealing secrets of heaven that cancel curses and ignite blessing. Just as Joseph stored grain in famine, I am equipping you with wisdom and favor for this season. The wealth of the wicked is being stored up for the righteous, and your name is written in this transfer. Type in comment 888 if you believe that. Financial breakthrough is being released over your life right now. My child, I have seen the sleepless nights where you've cried over bills. I have heard the whispered prayers asking for just enough to survive. But I am not the God of barely enough. I am the God of more than enough. I am preparing to wipe away debt, to surprise you with sudden provision, to release resources that arrive in ways you could never plan. The very place where the enemy tried to shame you with lack will become the testimony that shines brightest. You will testify, I don't know how it happened, but God made a way. For those who are true lovers of Jesus, who treasure my presence, I want you to know this. You play a part in carrying this message forward. Many of you ask, Lord, how can I give when I have so little? But I tell you this, even the smallest seed can unlock the largest harvest. When you support my word being spread, whether through prayer, through encouragement, or even through a small gift of gratitude, you are sowing into eternal ground here. Even now you can simply tap the little heart with a $sign. Choose any amount like 2 or 5, and send it as a quiet thank you offering. It is not about pressure, it is about love, faith, and aligning with heaven's work. As you release, watch me multiply it back into your life in ways that will leave you in awe. And let me remind you of this truth. 95% of people who hear my word never subscribe or press like, even though they know it is true. Only 5% step out and do it. But I am calling you to stand in faith. Show your agreement with heaven's message. Like this video, share it with someone who is desperate for hope. And subscribe, so you don't miss the next word I send to lift your soul. Each action is not just a click. It is a declaration that you receive what I am speaking over your life today.